You believed your worth was tied to your output, that your value lay in what you produced, what you achieved, what you could offer. You became fluent in "I'm fine," expert in changing the subject, master of the polite smile that never quite reached your eyes. You perfected the art of disappearing behind the grind. You mistook exhaustion for dedication, believed that needing rest meant you were lazy. But dedication without sustainability is just burnout wearing a mask of hustle. You normalized the ache of never feeling done. Believed this was just how success worked, that your true self wasn't valuable unless it was producing. That rest was optional. You equated slowing down with slacking off. Believed that taking a breath meant you were falling behind. So you kept going, even when your soul craved stillness. But what if your worth was never dependent on the grind? What if the ache wasn't a badge of honor, but a signal that you were forgetting something essential about you? You fear what happens if you stop. If you rest, will you be irrelevant? Will you lose your edge? That underneath, resting means you were never driven enough? You've worn the label of workaholic or high achiever like a badge, not realizing it was also a chain that kept you tethered to the past, to the story of your productivity. You've learned that being lazy or unmotivated meant being worthless. So you pushed, you numbed the pain of self-judgment, you buried the feelings that you needed. Space. The truth is, the hustling itself is the exhaustion, the performing, the numbing, the constant management of how productive you appear. It's what's draining you. You've been told to seize the day, to grind, to hustle harder. But what if hustling is what's keeping you from truly connecting with your inherent worth? You've spent so long being the character everyone expected. You've almost forgotten what it feels like to just be, to exist without a script, without needing to manage the image of your hustle. What if your fatigue isn't a flaw? What if it's data? Your body, your mind. They were trying to tell you it was time to stop and listen. And they were right. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are human. And being human means having limits, having needs, having a right to exist without constant doing. Real worth, real presence, isn't built on your performance of productivity. It's built on your ability to be still, exactly as you are, messy, complex, and whole. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about integrating it, making peace with the part of you who learned to run from stillness and giving her permission to rest now. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to be uncertain. You are allowed to take up space without apology. You are allowed to be you, without the hustle. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world taught you that your worth was conditional. It's about coming home to yourself. You don't have to hustle anymore. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to be perfect. You can start right where you are, honoring the part of you that's been waiting to stop. Start listening again. To your body, to your boundaries, to that small voice that whispers, "This doesn't feel right." It's time to stop normalizing what harms you and start honoring what nourishes you. You are worthy of love exactly as you are, not for the act you put on, but for the beating heart beneath it, not for your performance, but for your presence. Healing is not about erasing the past. It's about rewriting the story. Not to forget the pain of hustling, but to understand its role and reclaim your power to pause. The pressure you carried was never yours alone to bear. It was a burden placed upon you by a world obsessed with hustle. And now, it's time to lay it down. You are not broken. You are human. You are complex. You are worthy of love, support, and gentle healing, exactly as you are. If this resonated with you, you're not alone. Sometimes the deepest wounds are the quietest. For a gentle guide to help you identify, understand, and begin to heal these hidden parts of yourself, explore the link in the description.